So you came back. Fine. I suppose I should acknowledge that. Though I still fail to see why I'm allowing you to continue. But then again, even your ignorance adds to my accomplishments. Sit down. We are finally going to learn something useful, assuming you manage to keep up this time. Today, we will learn how to survive in a Hungarian store. That means making requests. Requests. Something you're not used to make properly. Because in your world, you ask and you expect. You demand. You assume the world will serve you. Not here. Not in Hungarian. Here, a request is built with precision, with respect. You don't bark orders like some clueless tourist. You will use kérek, because you are not in charge. And then you will face something you've probably never mastered. The accusative case. Yes, no more hiding behind "I'm just not good at languages." No more whining about grammar being confusing. You are mine now. And I don't teach weakness. I expose it. Direct objects in Hungarian must be marked with the accusative case. If there is no case ending on a word, the word looks like a subject. And we both know you barely know what a subject is. Which is ironic, because in any sentence, the subject has a purpose. It drives action, unlike you. Let's begin with what you will hear first in a shop. Mit adhatok? Mit parancsol? But it's only used by salespeople as the equivalent for "what can I do for you?" Though the shopkeeper will likely use this form with the customer, you command nothing. Rather, you will request an item, humbly, using the verb kér. In Hungarian, the customer always uses the verb kér to request, not demand, not mumble. Kérek egy. And you don't dare to forget the accent on kérek. Miss it, and suddenly you're saying kerek, which means round, much like your grammar. A lifeless, pathetic shell, pretending to have structure. But don't worry, you are mine now, and under my control. Even your chaos will kneel to order. Remember, in English you have a, n for indefinite article, and the for definite. In Hungarian it's reversed. We have one indefinite article, egy, and two definite, a and az. Don't mix them up, and don't assume your rules apply here. They don't. Not your language, not your country, not your world. Let's see a simple example. Mit adhatok? Kérek egy kávét. Let's break this down. The accusative T is the ending attached to the direct object of the sentence. For example, here, in this sentence, the subject is én, although here it is omitted, because unlike you, Hungarian doesn't over-explain. Kérek is the verb, and kávé is the direct object. You can clearly see that it's marked with the accusative T. Now, you will learn the rules, and rules always hurt. You will fail, clumsily, publicly, repeatedly, and each failure will be noted and punished. But try anyway. I enjoy watching. For nouns ending a and e, lengthen a to a, and e to e, and add t. For example, saláta, salátát, cseresznye, cseresznyét, vöröshagyma, vöröshagymát. For nouns ending any other vowel, simply add t. For example, szalámi, szalámit, szőlő, szőlőt, ribizli, ribizlit. No, you can't just guess the length. Hungarian requires precision, not the sloppy fumbling of someone who only knows how to submit. For nouns ending in the consonants r, l, eny, n, j, s, z, zs, there is no linking vowel. Simply add the t. For example, tojás, tojást, banán, banánt, karfiol, karfiolt, zeller, zellert. If you still don't hear the pattern, then maybe Hungarian language isn't for you. Pointing and grunting might suit your level better. But don't expect anyone to respect you begging for food, For nouns ending in any other consonant, we need a linking vowel. The choice is o, e, ö before the accusative te. Vowel harmony rules determine which vowel is required. If the noun is back vowel word, the linking vowel o is required. If the noun is front vowel word, the choice is e or ö. This requires vowel harmony. You don't know what it is, and you're not ready. But if you're curious about vowel harmony and want to understand when to use o, e or ö, then subscribe and dive deeper into the full-length courses. This quick course won't save you from starvation. Let's see what your pitiful brain managed to retain. And try not to humiliate yourself more than usual. Mit parancsol? Kérek egy salátát. Mit adhatok? Kérek egy kolbászt. Mit parancsol? Kérek egy brokkolit. Mit adhatok? Kérek egy joghurtot. Again, faster! Like someone who understands they are not worthy of this language, only allowed to kneel before it. And before me. Mit parancsol? Kérek egy salátát. Mit adhatok? Kérek egy kolbászt. Mit parancsol? Kérek egy brokkolit. Mit adhatok? Kérek egy joghurtot. Now, your homework. Crawl to the nearest grocery store. Stare at the shelves like the little lost tourist you are. Choose 10 items you would beg for. In Hungarian, use the correct accusative endings. If you're too weak to remember them, scroll back and suffer again. Then write your list in the comments. Yes, in public. Let everyone witness your suffering. If it's wrong, I will make you read it aloud, slowly, while I remind you what failure sounds like. You have barely learned how to buy food. A few words, a handful of rules. It's enough to keep you breathing, nothing more. But this language doesn't reward the weak. On my website, you will find detailed charts, downloadable guides, and entire video lessons you clearly need. Click it, study, obey, or stay exactly where you are, confused and invisible. And in lesson 7, you will finally learn how to say what you should have said long ago, how to apologize in Hungarian, not with empty words, but with structure, formality, and submission. If you're going to be wrong, and you will be, you'd better know how to ask for forgiveness properly.